your biggest match to date. You talked about it a little bit here. CM Punk returns to television,
Yeah,
and trust you to be in there with him.
yeah,
Before CM Punk came in to AEW, people were asking him. I think they were like, "Who are five something something?" And one of those guys was you.
yeah.
He was like, before he came in, he was like, "I would love to work with Hobbs." And so, how was it to get that opportunity with CM Punk, who's only been back for this amount of time? It's a huge moment. Everything is on the line. How
and
was
it's
it?
and it's Arthur Ashe Stadium, the biggest,
Ooh,
still to this day the biggest crowd AEW's done. That's
It,
another one I was there for, by the way.
giant stadium,
it,
giant
it,
stadium stuff.
it was awesome. I mean, the fact that he trusted me to, excuse me, to acknowledge my ideas, ask for my input, not just say, "Hey, we're gonna do this, this, and this." No, Punk asked for like, "What do you want to do? What ideas do you have?" And then that meant the world to me. That meant that he actually trusted and valued my opinions, and that there was some type of respect there. Now, I went on record and said what the significance to me of this match meant. It meant that I was looked at as being valued in this company. Um, and it was about a month after my mother's passing, and Punk knew that. He knew how much my mom was a wrestling fan, how much she was my number one fan, and how I wish she was there. And he pulled me aside and said, "Hey, man, your mom's here. Let's not go worry about anybody else. She's here watching. Let's do it for her." And I didn't worry about the 20 something thousand people there. I worried about one person that was there spiritually, and that was my mom. And the thing he told me right after the match, if you look at the end of the match, he patted me on the chest and basically said, "This was for your mom." And ever since then, I believe him and I have a friendship. He's one of the guys that will sit down with me and watch and break down my matches with me. But when that bell rung and his music hit, and he stood up on that top rope and was like, "Let's go, motherfucker." And I looked at him, I was like, "All right, bitch, let's go." So it's that competition, that fight was there. So, I knew from that point it was on, and we had a banger. So that's one match that I'm definitely proud of. And, that was one match that I personally felt that I was looked at and, like, okay, Powerhouse Hobbs is valued in this company. We can,
Yeah.
so